Welcome to Board Game TV. It's Terror Tuesday. We're going to try to play Pandemonium. And when I say try, I literally mean try. You know, our first game didn't go too well. I found several faults with the game. Maybe it's the way I played it, but I still found several faults with the game. The faults is that, man, there could just be too many monsters in this game. And the problem, it kind of like Lobotomy can have that problem, but Lobotomy you have a lot more room to maneuver around. The monsters don't move as far, and the spaces aren't as big. Like, this is all one big space right here. Second of all, this is the item deck right here. And when you search, you can try to get an item. Well, I mean, 75% of the item deck are not items. They're like things that skill kind of things, and I remember I spent that whole time trying to find items, weapons and stuff to fight the monsters, because yeah, I couldn't fight any of them, and it just didn't go good. So what I decided to do, I still don't want to play easy mode. Easy mode, there's a mode in this game, easy mode, which lets you starts the game with +1 action point, 4 soul crystals, and randomly get 2 items. I still don't want to do that, because when you play with solo rules, when your character dies, it dies. You don't get a pact to come back to life or whatever. You still can be revived, but a person has to revive you, and that's kind of hard to do sometimes. So I'm playing with the geek and the girl, and what I decided to do was I was going to give them each their starting item that they have in the picture. Like the geek here, he has this laser gun, and there's a laser gun in here, and it's a pretty good gun. It does 15 damage plus whatever successes you get on your roll. However, the problem is, and it allows you to attack through solid walls. Hey, this is great. The problem is you need 3 successes in order to use the gun, and he only has 3 attack. So he has to get every one of his rolls a success for it to work. Otherwise, it's not going to work. I gave the girl a butcher knife, and it's only a one-handed weapon, whereas the laser gun is 2. But it only does 3 damage. And, you know, I don't know what to say. We got to have some stuff to help that out, man. So the most she could do would be 6 damage. And, yeah, she ain't killing much on this thing with 6 damage. So that's a problem. Ugh. So let's go over the geek. He can discard 1 new card for 1 of the same deck. He had never empathized much with the people around him. He felt no special affection towards them. Human relationships were alien to him. However, he was fascinated by everything else, anything which did not require him to engage in conversation. The day of his first murder, he was nervous. He even had doubts, but he likes to remember how well planned each and every one of those which followed were. A prodigious mind. Okay. We have the girl here. That night she made her first invocation. She listened with fascination to the desperate cries of those pathetic creatures while their souls were torn apart and devoured by the scalper, which they had called her, daughter of the devil. Now, from her exile in the mountains, she was enjoying her revenge and could not help rejoicing. She laughed and laughed until the first rays of sun blotted the horizon. She still remembers this as the happiest day of her childhood. Okay. So what do we got to do in this scenario? Well, I randomly picked another hero, and that's the lifeguard, and he's there. And this scenario is called Survivors, and what we have to do is we have to get to him. One of the characters has to get to him. Until the characters get to him, he's ignored by monsters, and he does not move. He just stays there, and the monsters will not even go near him. They just won't even move towards him. He's like he's not even on the board. Once a hero gets to him, we can spend an action point to activate him, and we get his ally card. +1 soul to all characters on his map tile. Okay, and he has 2 action points. Okay. And we want to try to get him to the radio, which is there. Okay. Once he gets to the radio, he can't move. He's stuck there again. And then all monsters will move towards the radio once we activate him. And then we have to survive all the rounds with him at the radio. He's calling for help, basically, is what the deal is. So we will basically have to defend him. So that's what we have to do. He dies, we lose. We die, we lose. We don't get him over to the radio by the end of the last night, we lose. So here we go. Now, I think I want to employ, since I got this laser gun, although it's iffy because I got to get 3 successes, I want to employ a method where I'm trying to kill as many monsters as I can to get them the hell off the board. Because I don't want this thing filling up with freaking monsters. So that's my strategy. So what I'm going to do is, it's her turn. She goes first. She has the higher agility. So first thing she's going to do is she's going to search. So we're going to put a search token in this room. And she's going to grab an item. And let's see what she grabs. And we have, of course, one of these things. Arcane chest. Roll 6 combat die and pick a number of item cards equal to the result. One use only. Okay, roll 6 combat die and pick a number of item cards equal to the result. Okay. So that's what we're going to do. Well, we got 2. And that's something. We got 2. So I get to pick 2 item cards. Let's see what we have. Creatures with less than 4 fury cannot attack you, nor can they perceive you. That's actually pretty good. Amulet. Roll all your dice again once per turn. Okay. These actually aren't that bad. So that was my second action point, doing that chest thing. My third action point is going to be to open this window. Alright. And my fourth action point is going to be to move the hell out of the room. Okay. Now it is the geek's turn. I can't search in there. Now, the geek could kill this guy right here. It's a risk. But I could kill him. Well, no, I could not. His life is 20. There's no way I'm killing this guy. No freaking way unless I do some sort of combo, which he's in another room and it ain't going to happen. Alright, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put a barricade right here. Okay. Then I'm going to move 1. And then I'm going to move 2. And how many spaces is that guy going to move? He's going to move 3. He's going to be able to hit me. Well, I could search. So I think that's what I'm going to do with my last action point. I'm going to search. So let's put a search token there. And I can discard 1 new card for 1 of the same deck. So let me see. If I don't like this item, I can get another one. And this is dynamite. Well, that's not actually bad. All creatures in this space where you throw it affect all. This is a good card to have. 1 use only. The problem is it means I'd have to get rid of the laser gun. I could carry it in my backpack. It would do 12. I would roll 3. I can do up to 15 damage. That would be a lot of monsters dead. Boy, they'd have to be all in the same space. Now I can try to discard this card and get 1 from the same deck, but I guess I won't do that. I think I'll end it with that. Alright. So it is the evil's turn. Alright. So let's see what's going to happen. We got to move monsters, and we got to move them in the order of their agility as well. So the first one we have is the demon, and he has a mobility of 3. So he's going to have to spend 1 action point. As far as I know, let me see. Let me go to their page. They all have these special abilities that they don't have a chart for, which is stupid. But when dying, a new portal appears in their space. Okay. So he's going to spend 1 action point, and he's going to open this door. Then he's going to move 1. That's 2. And he's going to spend his 3rd action point, and he's going to move here. So he's not on the same space. This is the divider there. Okay, so that's fine. The next up is going to be the arcane. He has a mobility of 3 as well. Now, he can't get out unless... Yeah, I mean, there's no door. He's gonna have to... He can't go out through that, yeah. Nope. He still will try to... Well, let me see. Creatures with less than 4 fury cannot attack you, nor can they perceive you. Well, his fury is 5. So he is perceived. He can perceive her. So there's a barricade. This guy may be stuck. No, that's right. I didn't shut the window back. He can get out that window. But there is a barricade in his way. So let's see here. Let's see what barricades do here. I think barricades stun them, if I remember correct. Barricade, okay. Players can have barricades with this. They place a barricade, blah blah. When a barricade is removed, it's broken. Okay. Any creature attempting will automatically be stunned. Okay, so he's gonna be stunned. So basically, he's like this, and then we have to put a broken door there. We move the barricade, we put a broken door there, and that's basically the end of his turn. Okay. Next, we have this reanimated guy. He has mobility of 3. And he's way the hell over here. He's outside. So, yeah. Let's see. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. He's on the same space as the geek. Now, his terror rating is 3. The geek's terror rating is willpower is 1, so he's going to gain a fear. And then he's going to attack. The geek has 2 defense. This guy has a fury of 4. We block 2, so the geek takes 2 damage. Okay. And then we have old Michael Myers here. And his mobility is 2. That's not that good. So, God, these spaces are so big. 1, 2. Okay, and that's it. And what's going to happen is that's going to be the end of the first round. We have to spawn. It's still daytime, so we have to spawn 1 monster on this portal because we are on this tile. All other portals don't get a monster. So let's see what happens. What monster we get? We get a 1, and we get one of these specters. And if I don't remember what they can do, but we'll figure it out. So right there. Okay, so it's little girl's turn. Now she has no fear of darkness nor of creatures. So when it gets dark, and she doesn't have to worry about fear for creatures of darkness, so that's pretty good. How many life does that reanimate guy have? He has 14. She's not killing that guy. I could move her 1. She'll lose a life point. 2. She'll lose another life point. 3, 4. And that'll be the end of her turn. Now the problem is she can't get through that barricade. Or I could make her go the long way. 1, 2, 3. And then she could search. I think that's what I'll do. Let's do that. She's going to move 1. She's going to lose a life point. 2, 3. She's going to lose another life point. Because she moved out of the space with this guy. And then she's going to search. So let's see what she gets. She finds Cujo. Roll 1d6 and add the result value to the total damage caused by the attack. Okay, that's actually a good card for her to have. It's only going to be 1. She has a little dog and a butcher knife. Now she can do something. Okay, so it's the geek's turn. Now the geek can kill the reanimate if he rolls. Well, he's going to have to roll successes in order to do that 3. What is the reanimate special thing? No creature in space can die while the reanimate is there. Or I can try to kill the Demos. I can try to kill both of them, to be honest with you. I have to roll right, but I can do that. I still have the dynamite, but I don't think I want to use that yet. Or I could move him. He would lose 2 life points. 1, 2, 3. And then he could try to attack that barrier and destroy it. A monster would appear. But we got to get that barrier out of the way. We got to get several barriers out of the way, to be honest with you. Oh, I forgot to move this guy. This guy moves 1 as well. And he just crushes through doors. So that door has just been destroyed. Okay. So, man, I gotta get through a lot of barriers on that one. Well, let's see. I might try to do that. I might try to kill that reanimate. I mean, I gotta get some of these monsters off the damn board, man. Oops. And then I might even try to kill this guy and then just move hightail it 2 spaces. Get both of them off the board. It's going to require some luck. Alright, so my first action is I'm going to attack. Okay, well that was terrible. That didn't happen. Alright, so my second action, I'm going to try to attack again. Okay, that's much better. Alright, so I am able to kill the reanimate. I got 3 successes. I do 15 damage plus 3 is 18. The reanimate has a life of 14, so he's gone. So I move him from the board, and I get a soul crystal. Okay, now I'm going to do my third action, and I'm going to try to kill that arcane guy. Yeah. Now when he died, I forgot to say he hasn't died. That's great. Look at that. 3 successes. He's gone. Alright, this laser gun is helping. I get a soul cube. Now he died. So what happens when he dies? When dying, a new portal appears in their space. Okay, so a portal's going to appear on that space. Okay. Alright. And that was my third action. My fourth action, Michael Myers is going to be able to pop me no matter what next time. Unless I run. I might can run to avoid that. Doesn't cost me an action point. I think I'm going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to you roll a 6-sided die. A 1 is complete stumble, but anything else is that's how many spaces I can go. Shit. Okay, well that 1 is a complete stumble. Okay, so that boy. That cost. Oh, I got that in the dash mixed up. That would have cost me my last action point. Okay, that would have cost me my last action point. I rolled a 1 and I whiffed. Nothing else I can do. So it is the monster's turn. Thankfully, I was able to get rid of 2 of the monsters. The Spectre will go first. I believe the Spectre moves through walls. Am I correct on that? They can cross doors and barricades without losing movement points. Alright, so yes, they move 4 spaces. So, 1, 2, 3. And there we go. She has a terror of 3. Well, I'm going to go up 1. And I have a defense of 2. They have a fury of 3. So let's go. I blocked 1, so I lose 2 health points. Okay. So this clown right here, he's going to stand back up. Okay. Let me check. Let's see what stun enemies. Do they end their turn after that, or do they get to go again? Let me see here. The rules for this game, man, are just all over the place. And that's one other problem with this game. Is you have to be very familiar with it. Alright, when a creature 19. Alright. Okay, they can move and attack. Alright, it's going to cost them a point. So 1 point for him to stand up. 1 point for him to go through here. And 1 point for him to go through here. Okay. Then, of course, he's going to move. Boom. His terror. Alright, so I'm -1 defense now. I'm about to panic. And he has a fury of 5. I roll 1 die. I failed. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's dead. And see, there we go. I don't know what else to say, to be honest with you. Okay. Well, that's the end of the monster's turn. Well, this guy will move out 1. Let me spawn. I have to spawn a monster now. This is the first night. I have to roll the fear die, and I have to spawn a monster on every portal. So first things first, let me spawn a monster on every portal. We'll start here. 3. Alright, we have another one of these guys. 12. We have one of these whisper things. The girl from the ring. Right here. 11. Another whisper thing. Wait a minute. 12. Oh, let's screw that. Alright. Right here. 7. Well, that's one of those possessed guys. And this one right here, 8. That's a Chucky. I think there's some special thing with him as well. A killer toy appears on each portal of the board until no more miniatures are available. Well, that's great. So, all right. So we got to put a Chucky all over the place on the board here. How many more Chuckies do I have? I have another one. I have another one. I have another one. I think that's it. So now, just in the third round, really, this game is just out of control again. There's so many monsters on the board. I have one player. Who really can't do anything that much. Okay, so Jesus. Alright, now I have to roll the fear die. So let's roll the fear die and see what happens. 1. Now, there's a good thing about that is, see, the darkness will not affect her. So, fear die. Nothing happens. Alright, nothing happens. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 1 action point. I'm going to run. Well, there's no point in it. I'm just going to move 1 space here. And then I'm going to try to use Cujo here to do the damage. I got to get 2 successes. I got to knock that barrier out. When I knock that barrier out, a monster's going to appear right there. Okay, that was good. I got my 2 successes. And I did 9 points of damage, plus 1 for each success, which is 11. Okay, so this barrier is gone. However, now a monster will appear at that spot, and it's going to be a 5, which is one of these aberrations. These guys. Now, that was 2 points of action. I'm going to move into here, which is going to be 3 points of action. And I think what I will try to do is I will try to destroy that barrier again. That will be my 4th point of action. However, I do have to take a wound because I left the space with a monster. So I will do Cujo. I failed, but I'm going to use my amulet and I'm going to roll all my dice again. Okay, that's better. Alright, so now I have destroyed this barrier. However, another monster will appear. Alright, and this is going to be a 4, and this is a Formungus. And he's going to be right here. Okay, so this is going to be a problem here. Okay, so now it is going to be the monster's turn. Now I do have these things though. Creatures with less than 4 fury cannot attack you, nor they can perceive you. Well, the Formungus here has a fury less than 4, so he's not going to attack me. Well, let's do this in order. We have a Spectre. All right, we have a Spectre on the board. The Spectre has a fury of 3. Okay, so that thing won't even perceive me, which is good. Let me see how they're going to have to do this, because there's going to be a way they're going to have to move around on the board, and I'm not sure how they're going to do that. Okay, so I read the rules, and I want to read them to you. They're a little wonky. If the creature does not perceive any character, which is what's going on right now, the creature does not perceive anybody. Creatures will cannot attack you, nor can they perceive you. Okay, well that's the ones less than 4. The ones higher than 4 can still perceive me, but for the ones less than 4, which there are quite a few on the board, I'll read you the rules still. If a creature does not perceive any character, it moves to the map tile where there are characters and where there is the most activity. Now, I would argue that this tile right here has the most activity. It has 5 bad guys on it, a dead character on it. However, it says it ignores tiles in which there are no characters. So it appears that they're still going to move towards me, even though they can't perceive me. So I think that's what's going to happen. So we'll start with our Spectre Lady. And remember, she can move through walls. Her Fury is 3, so she can't attack me. She can show up in the same space, but she cannot attack me. That's fine. So her mobility is 4. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so she's on the same space as me. She just can't attack me. Okay. Next up, we have the Demonos guy. His Fury is 5, so he can't attack me. He has a mobility of 3. So this door is open. So he easily moves out. 1, 2. Now he's going to have to open that door, right? Oh, that's right. That door is open because the barricade was there, the mystical barricade. So we remove that barricade, and all right. So 3. Okay, and now he's going to get to attack me. Okay, I have a defense of 3. It has a fury of 5. I got 3 successes, so I'm down 2. Not going to do me any good. Next up is the Formungus. Now he has a fury of 2. He can't even perceive me, so I gotta imagine he's just going to stay where he's at. Next up is the Aberration. He has a fury of 6. He can perceive me. He can attack me. So he's going to move here. Okay. And he's going to attack. And I think no matter what, his fury is 5. He's going to kill me. I mean, there's just no other way around it. Even if I got 3 successes, he would kill me. So let's go ahead and roll to make this official. Yeah, 2 successes. So he has a fury of, what am I at, the Aberration? Yeah, 6, 4 damage. I'm dead. Okay, so I'm dead, and that's it. Now normally when you don't play solo, you would get a pact card and you could go on. I don't know what to say about this game. Maybe I am playing this game so piss poorly, so bad, so wrong. I'm just doing so terrible that I suck at this game. For whatever reason, this is one game right here I'm terrible at. All other games I'm decent to good at, but this game I'm terrible at. You know, if you guys got any suggestions, please let me know in the comments. If I'm doing something totally wrong, please let me know in the comments. If you have strategies that would help me out, please let me know in the comments. I tried tweaking it, still didn't help. So, for my next game, I have a couple options. I can tweak it to where, screw the solo rules. If I die, I get a pack card and can keep playing. like you normally could. Or I can try playing with the solo rules where I get 4 soul points, an extra action, and I've kind of already got 2 random items. You start the game with 2 random items. I would start the game with their regular weapon and another random item. I don't know which one I'm going to do next. I want to do one, and then if that doesn't work, I'll do the other. And if that don't work, I'll try them both. I really don't want to play easy mode. But this game just... I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I got to be doing something wrong. I haven't sucked this bad at a game in forever. I mean, the first game went... as bad as the first game went, it lasted longer than this one. I was able to get a little bit more accomplished than this one. This one, man, I mean, he died pretty much straight away. We're on our 3rd round. He died pretty much straight away. And you see how many monsters are on the board. Maybe I should have just did a strategy where they just ran like hell there. Got the barriers. I don't know. See, I think I did that strategy last time where they just ran like hell and it didn't work. This time I wanted to try a strategy where you... Because I had the laser gun and it was a little iffy, but I had it to where I could just kill monsters and get them off the board. But that didn't work out. So, next time we play Pandemonium, I'll try one of those other strategies. But yeah, if anybody has any suggestions, please let me know. I will try my best. This game, it has a cool theme to it, but it's got problems. The rule books aren't written great. The boards are the spaces are too big. I mean, these guys can move across the board in one turn, and it shouldn't be like that, to be honest with you. Too many monsters spawning. So, I don't know. I just try to tweak it, but I don't know. Sorry for the short game. Sorry for the terrible game. Maybe the next one will be better. So, yeah, but if you got any suggestions, let me know. And until the next time... Oh, one last thing. I was going to read you the scenario. Survivors. It seems to be true. Someone before us managed to evade his fate. I see hope in their eyes. Maybe they're right, and we can still save ourselves. I look to the future and see us fighting together, protecting the girl, reaching salvation. At other times I'm alone. I reach her, I free her. I let her show me the way, but they are not with me. She knows the secret that can save us, but I'm alone and there's nothing to stop me. I let myself loose in an irresponsible ecstasy of blood, pain, and destruction. And that was the geek. I don't know. Next one will be rescue. Oh boy. Yeah. Maybe this is a bad scenario. I don't know. So that was how that was supposed to go, but I didn't even make it to the lifeguard. I tried to, but yeah. Well, I appreciate it, and until next time, have fun.